Hey there, Hofstra fans. Welcome inside the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. Nick Flasher joined each and every week by the head coach of the Hofstra Pride women's lacrosse team, Shannon Smith. Coach, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
One game this past week, it was the home opener back at James M. Stewart Stadium. A loss to Harvard 16-8. Just some opening thoughts from what happened on Saturday.
Yeah, we got off to a slow start. We lost 4 draw controls right in a row, and they went and scored 4 quick ones on us in the first 5 minutes of the game. Again, another slow start, which we can't afford to happen. And defensively, we have some things to figure out. I think that we were too wide, too spread out, not communicating, certain people not doing their jobs, trying to pick up for other people's jobs and their mistakes. And then offensively, we've got to move the ball more. We have to finish our shots. So we're going to be changing things up this week, and you have to remain positive in this. I think we played 2 really tough teams, and I'm glad we're getting these learning experiences out of the way now and these kinks so that we can change them and get them ready for the most important part of our season, which is conference play.
And you bring up the slow start, so back-to-back games to open up the season with a sluggish start to the game. What do you think has been the common theme in both the New Hampshire game and that Harvard game?
There's been 2. I think that the slow starts, but both games we got off to a 4-0 start and losing and 4 quick ones banged on us, and we can't have that happen. So figuring that out, do we got to change the warm up a little bit, change what's going on in the locker room before the game? How do we get them out here? And I think also we have to win the first draw control. I think we've lost the first draw control in each of the games. And defensively, we've had to change things. I think we're too predictable right now. And then offensively, we got to change things as well. We're too clogged, not enough movement. So we're getting back to the drawing board. I'm really liking the outlook that we have these past 2 days at practice, and I'm excited to get back on the field again tomorrow with the team to get better.
Well, you bring up the offense. Lindsay Scott has 9 points already, but besides her, not really much contributions from the likes of Perella or Knox. Do you think that being clogged up is affecting their play as of late?
Yeah, I think so. Perella and Knox didn't really play too much against Harvard. They were sick all week. They had the flu. We tried to get them a few minutes, but they were still under the weather. And I just think that we haven't found our groove yet offensively. It's a brand new unit down there. So trying to create some new things, figure things out, like I said, and I'm hoping we're going to see a new team this weekend because I think we're starting to really I think we've been trying to eliminate now. A lot of the mistakes we've been making have been eliminated now at practice with some new things that we're doing, so I'm excited for the weekend.
And in that game against Harvard, Maddie Fields comes in as the keeper. Just what you see in her first action as a freshman, and what can we expect going forward?
Yeah. I think it's been a constant battle for goalies this whole entire time, and Sarah Garacio's been doing a great job at practice as well. Alexis Green was seeing the ball and just not making saves, and at that point there was a lot of goals being scored. They scored 8 goals on us in 12 minutes, and we needed to make a change. So put Maddie Fields in. I think that's it's a huge job for a freshman to step in that type of position off the bench. I thought she played well. She had a couple of big saves for us, and it's going to remain a goalie battle because we need someone to really step up and own this position as we go forward, and hopefully, one of the 3 can.
After the game, you brought up that changes need to be made one way or the other, and improving this team. Being the head coach, what are you looking to change to make sure that you get the team right back on track?
Yeah, I mean, first off, we have to, before we can evaluate them, we have to evaluate ourselves. So I think we need to do a little bit better job of, correcting the mistakes. And we had to change ourselves defensively, reinvent ourselves. We had to reinvent ourselves offensively a little bit. And then I think it's also, we have a great team in that locker room. It's just now, how do we crack the code to be able to win? We have to figure out the pieces of the puzzle together. Who's going to work well together? Where's the chemistry really going to fit in? And I think we're still kind of grinding away and figuring that out. So I think it's an exciting part of it. And we're getting a lot of experience underneath our belt right now, and hopefully all this will pay off as season goes on because it is a long season ahead of us.
And you have one game this week. You'll be back at home with a doubleheader with the men's team. You can face the Fairfield Stags, who are 1-1 currently on the season. You beat them 9-5 last year. What can we expect in Fairfield?
They're aggressive. They're aggressive defensively. They play a low-style pressure defense, very aggressive. We're going to have to be able to break them down 1v1 and be able to hit the backside once they double us. I think we have to finish our shots. And then defensively, they have a challenge because they have very strong 1v1 dodgers. They go hard to the cage, and they finish their shots. They create a lot of 8 meters off of dodging hard because the other teams do create a lot of fouls or they get shooting space calls. So I think being able to try staying out of shooting space, try to not fouling them around the 8 so we don't give up 8-meter shots, and being able to stop our 1v1 matchups.
And Coach, what are the keys to victory? The victory against the Stags?
We got to win the draw control. We got to be playing less defense. We have to play more offense. So I think for us, possession is going to be huge. Putting the ball away. We definitely need to win the draw controls, and we have to have a quick start. We can't get down right away in the game.
She's the head coach of the Hofstra Pride Women's Lacrosse team. Coach Shannon Smith, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Nick.
You've been watching the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.